In the halls of justice, every word carries weight. Today, we dive into the complex world of courtroom drama, where lives are held in the balance, and decisions made can alter futures. This is the story of a man navigating the legal labyrinth, a year of delays, missed opportunities, and the relentless pursuit of resolution. Will justice prevail, or will the cycle of uncertainty continue? Stay tuned as we unravel the truth behind the case of State versus John Kelly Ernest.
Okay, so John Kelly Ernest is here in person and Jared Regier for the state.
Yes, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Ernest, you have one count of DUI. We've had multiple hearings, including a date for bench trial, but that was set over because you were going to hire Matt Levitt. And then you came back on the 24th. You didn't have diversion. You wanted more time to hire Attorney Levitt. Then we came back August 12th and you owed Attorney Levitt 200 more. But if I would just set this over to August 26th, you would appear with your attorney. So what's up?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, the only thing that I didn't realize was that because of my mother's passing, I had missed a week and a half of work due to that situation. And so my paycheck, when I got it, I didn't have enough to finish paying him. So I need this Friday's paycheck to pay him, and then I'm done. Or if you just simply are frustrated with me, Your Honor, I understand, and you just want to go to trial, I'll accept that as well.
Well, I have to admit, I'm frustrated because this is the 5th hearing. You've been telling me you were going to hire counsel.
Yes, Your Honor, I totally understand. I have no issue whatsoever with what you're saying. I knew you would say that. I just did not realize that I would be short a paycheck. I didn't know that. I should have known that, but I didn't.
Counsel from the state, your position?
Well, Your Honor, going back to my notes, in this case, it would appear this matter has been set for bench trial multiple times. First time back in November of 2023, it looks like the defendant failed to appear. The second time, it would appear that back in April of 2024, so maybe 4 or 5 months down the line, it would appear the defendant made certain allegations as he appears to be making today. I, of course, have no personal knowledge as to that. And in the intervening time, it would appear that there has been multiple control hearings since that earlier April 10th date. And
yeah,
so
a whole lot more. After you started speaking, I found a whole other page.
Yes, Your Honor.
So,
go ahead, Mr. Regier.
So I'm not quite sure how the court wishes to proceed to that. It would appear that this case has remained in limbo for quite some time. If the court will pardon me for editorializing slightly, what I can tell the court is that the state is most eager to reach a resolution in this matter. In reviewing the information, this case does appear to be quickly approaching the 1.5 year age mark. Count 1 of the information does appear to allege a date of March 25th of 2023.
Well, and counsel, we both know from experience that even if he comes up with the 200 and hires Mr. Levitt, Mr. Levitt's going to come in and ask for continuance because he's just been hired.
You know, Your Honor, I would almost just ask you to please just set a trial date, and I will work it out with.
I've done that I've done that multiple times in this case. Then you come in for trial and you're not ready.
Yes, Your Honor. I know my circumstances are less than perfect, and I show up here and I tell you the reality. I can't do anything else. Trust me, I want this resolved as well.
I'm going to set this over to November 18th, 9 a.m. I'm going to leave it at status control. don't think that gives you till November to come up with your 200 to hire Levitt.
No, I was hoping you'd say an earlier date, but
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. I want you and Mr. Levitt. I want Mr. Levitt to have time to get his discovery, to talk to you, to get his defense determined and see if he wants a trial or not.
okay, thank you, Your Honor.
There you have it.
All right, thank you.
Continued on bond. Nothing further, Mr. Regier?
Not in this matter, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Have a great day, everyone. Am I free to go, Your
You
Honor?
can go, Mr. Ernest, but you get a hold of that attorney.
Thank you very much.
Jerk me around on this end one more time.
Will do. Absolutely.
Is everybody else, Mr. Patterson? Oh, here, Gersh will be on the record in 2020. Thomas, on the record in 2024 TR 1098, State of Kansas versus Tajanique Liberty, Ronnie Thomas, and I don't know if we have those names in the right order. Please announce appearances.
State appears by Devin Canfield.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson appear on behalf of Tajanique Thomas. Tajanique, can you make sure and turn your video and audio on? There you go. Thank you. And Judge would announce at this time, pursuant to plea negotiations, Ms. Tajanique would be entering a plea. Well,
Darren, I thought this one was going to be continued.
yeah, it is. And my notes got kind of messed up, Judge. I apologize. This is a case where after talking with her this morning, we are requesting a new date. She's going to provide me further information that will help out in our case.
This matter is continued to November 18th at 8 a.m. Ms. Thomas must be back here at that time. She must stay in touch with her attorney and give him whatever it is that he needs and refers to when he's asking for this to be continued. Ms. Thomas, you'd had some problems before with your Zoom codes and your technology, so make sure you've got that worked out, or you need to be here at the courthouse.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything further from anyone?
Yes, Your Honor. I did just see that on August 13th of this year, I did get an affidavit from the jail stating that the defendant has not gone out to be booked and processed.
All right, now that makes me want to not trust you too much, Miss Thomas. Why in the world do you not respect the court enough to follow its orders?
Regarding what?
To go out and get your picture and prints taken and to post a bond?
Picture and prints. I wasn't aware that I was
No.
supposed to.
Well, what were you doing when where was your mind when the court was telling you to go do that? Where was your mind when you went into the breakout room with the officer to set that up? If you weren't aware of it, where was your mind?
To be honest, school. I've been doing school all summer, and I'm currently still a student here at Emporia State. And so I'm doing summer classes, and now I'm in person. So
okay, well, school is important, but so is court. And
yes,
court, you can go to jail for contempt of court. You can pay fines for contempt of court. You can get that bond revoked and sit in jail for bond revocation. Do you understand that it's serious when a court tells you something?
Yes, ma'am.
They're saying that you were driving without a license. There's between that and what you did to the court's orders, it kind of gives the appearance that maybe you don't pay attention to any of the rules or the laws. So maybe you better start paying more attention.
Yes, ma'am.
In fact, August 26th this morning, you called the clerk and said you didn't have the Zoom codes. They hadn't been sent to you by email. The clerk told you that was because they had no email on file for you. They
Right.
gave you the Zoom codes over the phone. Later, you called back and you told them you didn't have the Zoom codes, that they kept kicking you out, the ones that they gave you.
No, I didn't say that.
The clerk asked you to write them down again after you told her that apparently you led her to believe you'd written them down the first time and you didn't, or at least you told her the second time you didn't write them down.
No, I called back because my call had dropped because I went into an elevator and I don't have service in the elevator is what happened. So I did call back and ask, can I get signed back in?
Miss Thomas, I'm hearing things that are unacceptable. You're in a predicament. You're in court. You need to make court a priority.
Yes, ma'am.
And the fact that you could not follow the court's order and follow the officer's orders and directions to go out and post a $1,000 bond makes me think that I ought to make you put up cash or surety. Where are you right now?
I'm sorry. I'm at Emporia State University. About to get ready to go back to class.
Do you want me to send the sheriff to pick you up and you might have to miss class for a while because you can't comply with my orders and officer's directions?
No, ma'am.
I'm all for school. School is huge. It's important. But you can't just go around disregarding laws and court orders and expect to succeed in life doing that.
Yes, ma'am.
Deputy, do we have the deputy for court security one? Are you doing okay? Do you remember, Miss Thomas? Did you set up a time for her to go out?
I personally don't remember, but out
One
of
of
the
you
other,
did.
yeah, one of us did. But what I can do is our other deputy for scheduling already went to lunch, but I put in the chat everything she needs to do to get this figured out. So I got the jail's number, the address, what she needs to do. So since she failed to do it the first time, everything she needs is to get it done is in this chat that I'm going to send her. So she'll have to be responsible for calling and setting up her next appointment.
Miss Thomas, going out there and getting your picture and prints done it's just basic 101 court order. If you can't even follow that, I'm really afraid to trust you with anything else. But I'm going to give you this one more chance, and you better do whatever it is he's giving you the instructions for.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If you're going to take on an adult activity of driving and you don't have a license, you're going to have to pay consequences. All right. So be back here November 18th at 8 a.m. and follow up on what he told you to do about that bond. Anything else we need to do?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Patterson, do we have you appointed to represent her?
I am, Your Honor, and I have talked with her this morning, but I just want to make sure that Ms. Thomas is writing down the information from the chat. I'm concerned that she's not seeing the chat, and if she disconnects, she'll lose it.
Where it says, hold on, let me reopen it. The phone number, the jail number, and it says schedule printed ticket, ask for Amanda, or leave a message if nobody answers. And then so on.
I couldn't remember. You're going to have to write that down. I wouldn't expect myself to remember all that. You're going to have to write it down.
Yes, ma'am. I got it.
Got it that quick?
What was that?
You got it that quickly?
I put it in my notes on my phone and set a reminder on my phone as well.
All right. Be sure and call Mr. Patterson or follow whatever directions he gave you too.
All right.
All right, you may go. Being in recess on Thomas, we'll take up Russell Jean Schultz on the record in 20 24 TR 177, State of Kansas versus Russell Gene Schultz. Please announce appearances.
State appears by Devin Canfield.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson, appear on behalf of Russell Schultz. Mr. Schultz does appear via Zoom audio visual. Judge, after talking with Mr. Schultz, he has provided me further information. Would ask to be set over one additional time.
All right, granted to November 18th at 8 a.m. unless the state has an objection.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Schultz, did you get that date, November 18th at 8 a.m.?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You'll be continued on your bond until then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, and you may go, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, I don't mean to interject or interrupt.
I'm trying to, go ahead.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt or interject. I do have a court matter that I need to attend here in Oklahoma. That's why I'm here about 1 o'clock. And I don't want to interrupt. I'm not trying to be rude. I just don't want to miss that or be on the phone while I'm in court there. My case.
I skipped over your case because Mr. Patterson is not your attorney, and I was trying to get him out of here. But I understand your situation is demanding also. What kind of?
I have a traffic case. I believe that you had gave me a continuance last time to get the license. However, I have two pro quos. Bad news.
Well, let's hold the phone. Hold up. Let me come back to you in just a minute. We'll be on the record in Como. 2024 TR 673, State of Kansas versus Dario E. Como. Please announce appearances.
State appears by Devin Canfield.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson appear on behalf of Dario Como. Dario Como does appear via Zoom audio visual. Dario Como, can you turn on your video and audio, please? Dario Como. There you go.
Yes.
All right.
This is a case where Mr. Como is obtaining further information from me. I think he's done everything, but because he does not have a Kansas driver's license, I'm unable to verify what he's done. So he's required to get me documentation that shows what the current status of his driver's license is.
So you want this moved to November 18th at 8 a.m. also?
If we could, Your Honor.
Mr. Canfield, your response?
No objection, but this is another case where I have an affidavit from the jail, August 13th. The defendant is not reported for booking and processing.
Well, Mr. Como, why should I grant your request if you won't even take my order?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
I'm inclined to say no. I'm not going to do anything you asked me to when you wouldn't do what I ordered you to do at the last hearing.
I haven't had any money to come down. I'm still in Ohio. I called a few places to see if I could go and get my pictures and prints scanned here and get it transferred down, but I haven't had any luck with that. I'm currently saving up now. I have an interview actually in 40 minutes here. It's been hard, but I have been applying for other jobs and everything around that I can
Well,
find.
again, you didn't answer my question. Why should I grant you any favors if you can't even follow court orders?
I guess, Your Honor, I'm just asking for a chance.
I gave
Right
you a
now.
chance. If you can't follow my very first order, I gave you an OR bond. I didn't even order you to put any money up. Goodness. Well, are you going to have an excuse next time why you didn't do it? If I give you another chance?
For the pictures and prints?
Yeah, and the bond.
Yeah, no, I will not.
You'll get it taken care of.
Yes.
And Your Honor, I
What?
did the same thing for this individual. I sent a chat with all the information. Yes, so
All
you'll
right.
need to check your chat.
Could we have another one in a breakout room after this? Because I actually lost the notebook that it was in because I just moved and we lost a couple boxes in the moving process.
Do you see a chat that you just received on your phone?
Let me see. Where at? Sorry. On like Messenger or
Be on your Zoom. There should be, maybe if you run your finger across the bottom of your phone or down the side, there'll be some
yeah.
buttons pop up. Do you see one that says chat? It might be.
Yeah.
highlighted. Okay. Click on that. You see it?
Oh, okay.
So make sure you write all that information down before you exit off of Zoom because it'll go away. So make sure you're writing that down.
All right. I took a couple screenshots of it.
Okay. And then be back here November 18th at 8 a.m.
All right.
And you make sure, do you know how to get a hold of Mr. Patterson? Did he get lost in the box in the move too?
Yeah. It was in the notebook.
Do you think you ought to give him his phone number if he's going to represent you?
Pretty please. Thank you.
Now, I think we sent you an email to be on this hearing.
Uh,
And
what was it?
that email has all my information on it. It gave you a link to get on this Zoom hearing.
I haven't. Who is it sent by? Would I just look up your name?
It is under my name, Darren K. Patterson, attorney at law, under my email, DKP Law. Didn't you use that to get on this hearing?
I couldn't find anything. I actually got from my old case, and then when I couldn't get on, I called the court office, gave them my case number, and
Okay.
got on through there.
Well, why don't you write this down? 316
Right. 316
322
322.
7700.
All right.
Call that at 1 o'clock. Give us all of your information and we'll trade back.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Get those pictures and prints and bond made now. All right, you may go. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.